Okay, so if you've been on social media at all lately, you've probably seen this, right? People with these little white sensors on their arms tracking every single thing they eat. And they're all talking about glucose spikes. It's this huge wellness trend, and it promises to, totally unlock your health. But what's actually going on here? So today, we're going to dive right into this whole glucose craze. I mean, is managing your blood sugar really the secret key to all this stuff? Like better energy, easier weight loss, sharper focus? Or is it just another health fad, built on kind of shaky science and some really good marketing? Let's figure it out.
All right, first things first. Let's talk about how this whole thing got so huge so fast. And more importantly, who's leading the charge?
Right at the heart of all this is a biochemist named Jessie Inchauspé, but you probably know her as the glucose goddess. And she's got millions of followers hanging on her every word. Her message? It's simple, but it's powerful. Stop the spikes, flatten your glucose curve. And you can see why it's so popular, right? The promise is just incredibly appealing. I mean, who wouldn't want all this? The whole idea is that if you follow her hacks, you'll get more consistent energy, no more 3 p.m. slump, fewer cravings, weight management will feel easier, even better sleep and a clearer mind. It really sounds like the ultimate life upgrade. Well, as you might expect, a trend this big doesn't just stay as lifestyle tips for long. It's moved into the world of products, and there's one particular supplement that's right at the center of the storm right now. It's called the anti-spike formula, and the claims are pretty big. It's marketed as this all-natural solution that can cut your post-meal glucose spikes by as much as 40%. The idea is it'll help you fight off those cravings and that fatigue. It's kind of positioned as the next level of glucose hacking. And the confidence behind it? Oh, it's through the roof. The glucose goddess herself has said it's, and I'm quoting here, the best supplement in the market with gold standard science backing it. Wow, that is a very bold claim. And, well, that's where this story starts to get a little more complicated. See, when other scientists and doctors started digging into that so-called gold standard science, they came to a very different conclusion. And this is a pretty powerful statement from Francois Journevaz, who's the head of endocrinology at Geneva University Hospitals. He basically says she's hiding behind this appearance of science to push a method that, in his opinion, just doesn't work and is based on, well, very little real evidence. Okay, so this really gets to the core of the problem. You see that phrase, clinically proven? It sounds so official, so solid. But here's the catch that critics are pointing out. There haven't been any clinical studies on the supplement itself. Nope. The claim is based on a few small studies of the individual ingredients, not the combined formula that you're actually taking. That's a huge difference. And the concerns from the scientific community really go even deeper. They boil down to a few key things. First, there are just no big, independent, peer-reviewed studies on this thing. Second, the whole message really oversimplifies how our bodies are supposed to work. And that can lead to the third point. It can actually create a fear of food, this real anxiety around eating. And finally, there's the danger that people will just pop a pill instead of focusing on actual sustainable lifestyle changes. Okay, so with all this back and forth, let's just hit pause for a second and go back to basics. Before we can even talk about hacking our glucose, we need to understand how it's all supposed to work in a healthy body, right? It really all comes down to this one hormone, insulin. And the analogy here is just perfect. Think of insulin as a key. When you eat carbs, your body breaks them down into glucose, which is sugar for energy. Well, insulin is the key that unlocks your body's cells to let all that good energy in. And this is the body's natural balancing act. It's this incredible, finely tuned system. You eat something, your blood sugar rises, your pancreas sends out some insulin, that insulin unlocks the cells get their fuel, and then your blood sugar just naturally comes back down to normal. This isn't a problem to be solved. This is your body doing its job perfectly. So, what does one of these spikes everyone is so afraid of actually look like? Well, for a healthy person without diabetes, your blood sugar might go up to around 140 a couple of hours after a meal. And you know what? That's not dangerous. It's totally normal. It's just a sign that your body is working correctly. The word spike just sounds way scarier than the reality. Okay, now just when you think you've got a handle on this, the story takes a really interesting turn. Because nutrition science is, well, it's almost never black and white. It's filled with these surprising complexities that totally challenge our simple good food, bad food rules. So let me ask you a quick question. What do you think would raise your blood sugar more? Eating an apple and a handful of blackberries, or blending that exact same fruit into a smoothie?
Now, common sense would say the smoothie, right? I mean, you're breaking down all that fiber, so the sugar should hit your system way faster. But is that actually what happens?
Okay, you have to see this. This graph is from a study published in 2022. That solid line, that's the blood sugar response after eating the whole fruit. And the dashed line, that's the response to the exact same fruit just blended into a smoothie. Look at that. The smoothie actually led to a lower glucose response. It's literally the opposite of what almost everyone, including me, would have guessed. So what in the world is going on? Well, the researchers have this really cool hypothesis. They think that when the blender just obliterated those tiny little blackberry seeds, it released all these amazing compounds, like extra fiber and something called polyphenols, that your body can't normally get to just by chewing. And those compounds might have actually slowed down how quickly the sugar was absorbed. The big lesson here is just so important. Nutrition is way more complex than we think, and those simple rules we love, they can really let us down. All right, so after all that, where do we land? We've seen the promises, which sound amazing. We've heard the really sharp critiques from scientists, and we've seen just how weird and nuanced this all can be. Let's try to wrap this up with some key takeaways for you. Okay, this basically sums up the big concerns for anyone thinking about this stuff. First, you've got this fear-based marketing. It can really mess with your head and create a bad relationship with food, which nobody wants. Second, the simple lack of evidence. We just don't know if the supplement is safe or if it even works, especially long term. And third, and this one is super important, natural does not automatically mean safe. Some herbal extracts can mess with medications you're on, and in rare cases have even been linked to some pretty serious stuff like liver damage. So look, at the end of the day, the takeaway is not that blood sugar doesn't matter. Of course it does. For millions of people with diabetes or prediabetes, monitoring it is absolutely a life-saving necessity. The real lesson here for everyone else is about being a smart, critical consumer. It's about asking the tough questions and learning to see past the flashy marketing. And that really brings us to the big, final question. As we get all these amazing new tools to track every little piece of our health, we have to ask ourselves, in this big quest to be perfectly healthy, where's the line? At what point does all this data stop making us feel empowered and just start making us feel anxious? Definitely something to think about.